What is good, people? Right now what we're going to do is cover the top lean bulking mistakes I feel like a lot of people make. So if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you either are lean bulking now or you're planning to in the near future. So be sure to suck up all the tips I'm about to bestow on your head top, and hopefully help you along with your journey. Came from deep diving into my DMs and answering a lot of questions on lean bulking lately, as it's winter, so a lot of people are about to make those winter gains, so I understand it. So let's cover over these topics right now. A biggie that I feel like needs to be debunked like ASAP is the fact that when you get into any sort of bulk, whether it be dirty or lean bulk, that you need a mass gainer. That is not the case. Nothing can be further from the truth. To get into a bulk, all you need to be is in a surplus of calories. So any sort of extra food that you eat is going to push you into that surplus. So whether that's you increasing your portion size, which I'll talk about maybe later on in the video, or you just simply, I guess, having a mass gainer, that is what creates the surplus. You don't need, and I repeat, need a mass gainer. Some can be helpful, but a lot of the times you don't need one. And my recommendation is not to buy a store-bought mass gainer. I know I'm sponsored by supplement companies, so they'll probably hate me saying that, but you don't need to buy a store-bought mass gainer, because depending on what brand you go for, some of them are just filled with sugar and it's absolute junk. What you need to do is make your own, and to make your own mass gainer is not that hard. All you need to do is get like a whey protein, choose a flavor that you like, get rolled oats you get in a packet. You can get a kilo for like 40 pence, so it's dead cheap. Some peanut butter, and that can be the very basic mass gainer you create for yourself, and you can add things like bananas and stuff to add more volume, but that all depends on what your calorie surplus is going to be. If you're going to do a lean bulk, 150 calories is where I would suggest starting out with. But yeah, that's it. It's not that difficult. So in summary, to make your own mass gainer, the benefits of that is it's cheaper because you save way more money. Two, why have I done like that? Two is the fact that obviously you're gonna have a lot more nutrient dense stuff in it because you know what's gone into it. A store-bought mass gainer, realistically, you don't know what's gone into it. A lot of the times you never look at the ingredients. At least if you're putting it in little by little, you know what's gone into it. Yeah. As for the next one now, I would say is gym complacency, and by that I mean is when you're in a calorie surplus, over time you are going to be incrementally getting stronger. So in theory, if you stick to your same routine, it's going to become easier. A lot of people, as it gets easier, they don't really think too much on progressive overload, which is to increase the weight. Like they may do it here and there, but after a while, they're kind of used to lifting what they're lifting a lot easier, getting a nice ego boost, going, yes, I can mash this weight, I can mash this weight. But after, like, say, a few months, they kind of forget to keep increasing the weight and pushing yourself to the absolute limit. I can honestly say that I'm guilty of this myself. Like, during cutting mode, from there to lean bulking, I'll notice, yo, I'm a lot stronger. But then I'll get to a point and just not push myself further, which is often why it's nice to have a gym partner. Sometimes because they can then push you a little bit further. But if you train by yourself, just consciously be aware of that and try and incrementally go, you know what? Let me try that extra weight. When you're in this lean bulking phase, you have to capitalize on as much gains as you're gonna make. A good tip to do is say in your phone every 2 weeks, put like a reminder that says an alert for you to say, today try adding on 2.5 kg or 5 kg on all of your lists and see what happens. Something as simple as that could really, like in the long run, over months and months and months of lean bulking, really show a big difference. And people, before we move on, be sure to follow me on Instagram, because I will be doing a giveaway of some My Protein stuff, purely because they've sent me quite a few things and now I've got duplicates. So I might be going to give away some sort of whey protein, because I've even got one here. It's fully still sealed up and everything that I'm probably going to give away. This one is chocolate caramel flavor, and I've also got some gym clothing as well. So at some point I'm going to, on my Instagram, at Chillin with TJ, I'm going to do a giveaway. So basically just follow me on there. But anyways, without further ado, let's carry on with the rest of the video and the rest of my genius tips. Yeah. Alright, this tip here is more for those of you that's been cutting and now you're transitioning into a lean bulk. This is something you should already know, but for some reason it gets lost in translation. People that have just came off a good successful cut sometimes often think, okay, I'm lean bulking now, I need to drastically change my diet, which is not the case. At the end of the day, the only difference between a cutting diet and a bulking diet, well, a lean bulking diet, is realistically the volume of food. Right here is a perfect example of what I was talking about. What we've got is half a pack of lean turkey mince, straight out the packet, put it in the pan, and 2 whole eggs. Normally for this meal when I'm cutting, what I'd have is 1 whole egg and then 2 servings of egg whites. But because I'm in like a lean bulk phase at the moment, it was perfectly fine to, instead of taking out one of the yolks, I just kept both yolks in there. Something simple like that ups the calories and I'm perfectly fine with it. So to those of you that overstress it when it comes to the diet, don't think about it. If you've just came from a cutting diet, I would assume that you've been eating fairly decent foods if you did a successful cut. All you have to do when moving into a lean bulk is gradually increase the surplus and the amount of volume on certain foods. You can decide whether you want to take more calories from your carbs, your fats, your protein, whatever it is. It depends on your macro ratio you're following. Yeah. The next one is not doing any cardio. I feel like this is a mistake. I'm going to tell you why. I know a lot of you are probably rolling your eyes now thinking, what's he on about? I'm not telling you to go do 40 minutes of cardio every single day while you're doing lean bulking, because that would literally be a stupid thing to do, because that's going to make getting into a surplus so much damn harder. What I'm saying is be aware and be mindful that cardio can help you. At the end of the day, your cardiovascular endurance needs to be there. It's good for your heart, it's good for your body in general to be somewhat active. You know what I mean? In my bulk, in my previous bulk, this is what changed my mindset, because I used to be on the hype of F cardio, who wants to do cardio, until I realized when I didn't do it for like 7 months, how much that greatly impacting my actual fitness. And when I mean fitness, I mean like daily fitness. I was breathing heavier, I found myself getting tired and more sluggish. I could lift heavy weight, but I just didn't feel right in myself. Ever since then, I try and do cardio year round, but the amount differs depending on what I'm doing. In a lean bulk, my suggestion would be at least once a week, 2 probably max, is to do maybe burning 100 to 150 calories in a session on the cardio machine after you work out, not before, afterwards. That is not a lot. If you do 1 session of cardio a week for 100 to 150 calories, that's probably, depending on what machine you use, only 8 to 12 minutes worth of cardio. And the reason I always measure it by the amount of calories is because it's a more accurate way of measuring how much like cardio you do rather than the minutes, because it can really drastically change. If not that, then I would do, at the beginning of every session, just a 5-minute warm-up. That is really easy to do. It'll get the blood flowing throughout your body, throughout your muscles, and I personally believe that that is a mistake if you don't do any cardio at all during any sort of bulk, because you want to look after your heart, not just your muscles. You want to make sure your heart's right and your overall fitness within your body is to match the physical appearance. It's no good lifting crazy muscles and having all of that, but you also are not right on the inside. And I feel like that is a big tip, and I want to make sure that you guys hear it. Don't jump on the hype of F cardio. Be heart safe. On this channel, you know we're all about budget savings, and right now my code, my 35% off discount code, I finally got it activated so it works on the new products and the new clothing. So if you want some of those budget gains, literally my link down below, my protein referral link, and my code TJ Gains will give you 35% off, and that'll go for a lot of stuff. Personally, I use it mainly on clothing, but yeah, so that's just a quick plug. Alright people, and that's the video. I didn't want to make it too crazy long. I just wanted to make sure I was able to cover all those topics. Got a lot of people ask me that stuff, so at least now I've got this video to kind of provide to them. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram so you can have a chance at winning whatever giveaway I do. And I just want to say to everyone, stay getting gains. I'll see you in the next video, and I'm looking forward. You know, I'm not going to spoil it and tell you what the next video is, but let's just say it's going to be a very interesting full day. So anyways people, I'm gone. See you in a bit, and I've also booked a flight somewhere, but I'll tell you about that in a future vlog. I'm gone.